Hi, my name is Mark Elliott and I'm the owner and founder of S4G Drone Services, and I'm responsible at the moment for everything in the business. That's the nature of being a startup, but I'm also responsible now for team members and a Kickstarter who we brought on board this year. Before I started the company, I was working at EDF in 2015, and then I set up a marketing company, which I still run to this day. And then during lockdown, the marketing company went into a bit of a hiatus when the hotels were closed. So then I basically bought a drone during the lockdown period to get out and about, and decided whilst out on a sunny day to actually go and do something useful with it. And that's when I got in contact with Copters to look at training. The services we provided at the beginning were literally everything. We tried to provide photography, videography, everything across the board. And what I soon realised is that actually it's better to try and niche down a little bit. So I started to niche down on building inspections, starting with basic roof surveys for residential. Now I've done a lot more commercial work, and now we're starting to work on larger building inspections and BMI surveys. So gradually building up and niching into that area. So the drones we have in the business are Mavic Minis, which we use for a lot of congested work in urban areas. And then I have a Dual for doing thermal work and things like solar inspections. And I also have a Pro 2, and we're just about to purchase a Phantom 4 RTK, and for the larger jobs we've been hiring an M300. The initial training I did with Copters was the PFCO. I've now migrated that to a GVC. I also did the A2 CFC out of curiosity to see what that actually offered, and also to allow me to fly more for fun as well outside the business. But in addition to that, I've also done a surveying course with Copters. I've done a few other surveying courses with other companies that are available, and then a hell of a lot of reading, background stuff, and talking to people in the industry. Moving forward with the business from here on, we're now looking to expand. We just started that by taking on the Kickstarter, which is our first full-time member of staff. But progressing from there, then I'm going to start building the back office teams. And also I'm bringing on board new pilots, one in the southeast and one in the southwest of England. So we're going to start actually increasing that side of it. But also then we're looking to expand our capabilities as well. So I am looking at higher qualifications like the OSC for the business, and also then looking to target larger organisations as we build up our experience. Earlier this year, I was delighted to actually get through to being a finalist for the Business Champion Awards in London. And I've got to say, even more delighted that we came down to being one of the final finalists, somewhere in the top 8. I'm not sure where because they don't tell you. Unfortunately, we didn't win, but this is our first time going for an award, and it certainly raised some interest that there was a drone company in amongst what would be traditional businesses like accounting firms, marketing firms, and other entrepreneurs. And there was a lot of conversation during the evening about, so what drone's about, what does a drone company do? And I think that actually raised a bit of excitement. I first came across Copters when I was trying to find someone to train with. I really didn't know where to start. My experience with Copters started in about 2020 when I did my first qualification with them. But it hasn't stopped there. So I've gone back and asked lots of questions, and the team were always willing to give me technical advice or training advice or steer me in the right direction if it's something that they don't actually offer themselves. And that can be equally valuable. And I did call a few companies by Googling. But I found that Copters, honestly, were just the best ones. They kind of understood my nervousness about learning, they understood what I needed to learn, and they were well priced for what I needed. So that's how I first came across Copters. I have gone on since to then convert my PFCO to a GVC. And as I've mentioned, I think that I did my training with them on surveying on the online course, which I found really helpful. So I think in the future, I'll go back to Copters again. I've got other things I need to learn. This is only the beginning of a journey, and I hope to be with them all the way. And one thing I would say to businesses who might be watching this is, do take that step forward. You might be a surveying company that always done ground surveying. Do talk to Copters and look at ways that you can then either bring in-house pilots into your team or outsource to people like my company to support the work you do, because the efficiencies are there. The actual cost benefits are there, and the safety measures are there. So please look at these things and step forward, at least investigate it. It might not be right for your organisation today, but within construction, within surveying, within a myriad of industries, there are huge cost savings to make and huge benefits, definitely on the safety side from using drones as opposed to personnel. And it's not instead of personnel, it's to complement what you do. So pick up that phone. Thank you.